The scout report. Everybody know that I'm him.
I'm Brian Anderson. Here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. Here we go. And it's the Knicks to start out.
Get the perimeter.
Now here's Brunson. They set the pick. Pass to Anunoby. Launches a three. He can't hit that time. Recently, player health has been the big talking point around the Memphis Grizzlies stand.
Yeah, B.A., look, and it's really a shame to have such a talented, dynamic team have to deal with all those constant what-ifs and have their seasons so affected by things outside of their control. It's tough.
Bridges outside. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Yeah, I love the activity in the pick and roll from Bridges, delivering a dime right on the money.
Pass to Leonard. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And stolen by Bridges. And here we go, the Knicks in transition. Outside Anunoby. And here's Bridges. The three is up. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Bane. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, if you overplay Bane on the perimeter, he can take you inside.
Brunson surveys. Over to the left wing. Christie. No good on the triple.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
From behind the arc. And Anunoby gets a three. Anunoby's got 5.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, nice job getting the runner to go.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Pass to Christie. Takes the 3. And again, New York with the triple.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
They're taking the opportunity to get airborne. Kawhi doesn't hold back when he sees an opening.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Yeah, the Grizzlies head coach and I were able to chat, and we discussed Mikal Bridges. Coach said Mikal creates a lot of problems with his movement off the ball. He keeps the defense on its toes. You can't allow him to get into a rhythm. And he also praised Bridges' on-ball defense. He'll be the focus of their game plan tonight. Brian?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
From the inbound. And Gilgeous-Alexander with the lay-in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket on the night.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Brunson. And it's New York scoring again.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Now here's Brunson. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Anunoby's got his third bucket of the night. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, if you went into the lab and created the perfect wing, it might be Desmond Bane, Coach.
Well, Brian, this guy's so strong. He can guard bigger guys, and his three-point numbers are crazy. Desmond Bane well over a 40% three-point shooter for his career.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Christie. Fires the 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Now Kessler. 4-3. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets a 3. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9.
Yeah, total focus from Shea there. Ready to go off the feed.
Outside Brunson. Pass to Christie. It's Bridges on the wing. And Anunoby for 3. And the Knicks another 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. It's the Knicks, up 2. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New York.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Kessler a screen. 6 to shoot. Leonard for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. The Knicks with the lead. To the middle. Here's Achua. Achua with the dunk.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Pass to Kessler. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. From outside the arc. And it's New York with a rebound. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Back to Bridges. Achua with a screen. And it's Bridges with the jam.
All talent there from Bridges.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Leonard. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. No good on the 3. New York leading by 6. And one thing you can say about the Memphis Grizzlies, they are disruptive defensively, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, they've been in the top 5 in the league in steals, blocks, turnovers forced over the last few years. And let's face it, they're aggressive offensively as well. This team attacks at both ends of the court. Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Down low. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Outside Brunson. Let's go with a three. Kessler with a rebound. Grizzlies trail by 8. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Achua with a rebound.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. Pass to Leonard. To stop the drought. And that three is knocked down by Kawhi.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Deciding to change it up. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game. And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
There's a screen. Here's Juzang. The rebound by Beasley. Knicks leading by 8. Pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, you can count on Towns to finish with strength anytime he has the chance.
Here's Schroeder. A minute 15 left in the second period. The three-pointer off the mark. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And it's powered home by Towns.
Yeah, going right for the iron. Towns muscling his way through.
And here's Schroeder outside. And again, it's Memphis missing.
And one of the reasons they're down right now is because they've fallen in love with the jump shot.
To the paint. And it's powered home by Towns.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
And here's New York now. They're on a 15-3 run. 23 seconds left in the first half. Here's McBride. Off target from outside. Grizzlies trail by 14. Here's Schroeder. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Inside. Here's Anunoby. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Anunoby's got 12 points.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And so it's New York. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Outside Bane. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Kessler a screen. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
New York leading by 12. Brunson rushes in. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
And each year, Brunson seems to get better, and that's a testament to his impressive work ethic and drive.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Towns with a rebound.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Outside Anunoby. Outside Brunson. Out to the right wing. Here's Christie. And a miss there on the triple. Grizzlies trail by 14. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brunson.
Oh, they're lucky that pass was just tipped and not taken. Could have been worse.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 11. To the middle. Leonard. SGA doing his thing in close.
He's such a clever player in pick and rolls. Gilgeous-Alexander is unpredictable and understands how to attack defenses.
Outside Brunson. Pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Back to Leonard. Knocked away.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing."
And they did a lot of winning, Allie.
Outside, inside, in between. It doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
Pass to Wells. Outside Bain. Here's Wells. Christie with a rebound.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Towns on a screen. Bridges with it, and Kessler picks him up defensively. Here's Christie. He's got 6. Back to Bridges. Clock at 6. Down low. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
The defense gives Shea all their attention, and that leaves another guy open and ready to score.
The kick out to Brunson. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to review the game plan. A minute 37 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Kolek. Yep, that one goes. And the Knicks lead by 13.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Up top, McBride. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Excellent tempo on the play, and he leads his teammate perfectly.
Achua with a steal. Now McBride. Robinson gets the bucket. Robinson's gotten 4 this quarter.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Pass to post. Here's Stevens. He's guarded by Beasley. Here's Post. Now here's Aldama. Takes a three. To the left side wing. Out to the right wing. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Here's Kolek. Here's the pick. To the inside. A nice shot by McBride. McBride's got his second bucket on the night.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so it's New York, leading by 17 at the end of the period. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be right back after this word. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Knicks leading by 17. Here's Kolek. Beasley outside. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Juzang, no good. Outside McBride. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Right wing. Here's Aldama. Knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, Aldama can stretch the floor for you when the big man finds quality openings at the arc.
And the Knicks with the possession here. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. McBride. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Timeout, Grizzlies.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Bane. And here we go, the Knicks in transition. Towns for three. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Yeah, one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be a second foul of the game. Brunson with it. Pass to Bridges. Lets the three fly. And again, New York with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Kessler with it. Covered by Towns. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, you want Kessler involved in the offense. That's the kind of shot you're looking for.
It's Bridges on the wing. Back to Brunson. Pass to Christie. Fires from way outside. And there's the screen. Tries again. And it's Bane with the rebound.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Knicks leading by 19. Here's Bridges. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Greg.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
Inside, stolen by Anunoby. There's 1:54 left in the game. Down low. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Brunson with a sixth sense. I mean, always knows where his teammates are.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. From about 19, Christie with a rebound. And here's New York now. They're on a 13-4 run. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Brunson outside. Buries it from 3.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Knicks.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And reaching a nice milestone, an even 20 wins on the year.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
And what a huge performance it was for OG Anunoby.
Well, he was the catalyst for them tonight. Played a great all-around game, and you could see his teammates feeding off his energy.
Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Bane. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Towns covering. Dives for it. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Leonard for 3. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
A 6'6" playmaker. SGA has a great view of the floor.
Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. With the drive. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander. Smooth sailing for New York. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his 3rd foul of the game. There's 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
So it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of